there's no pro bono.
See, what he's trying to explain to Department of Health and Human Services, there's no funding programs that are available, which we're told to Aurora in the background over here for the last 3 years, where they still have tried to take somebody out of their home without their permission, try to confiscate money, and try to find a way to manipulate to their personal income from military benefits to take their income to supply for a nursing home or assisted living. Pay attention. You're going to learn something, ladies and gentlemen. You will learn something.
Yeah.
So should they qualify for something under your VA benefits, but she should qualify?
We already looked at that, ma'am. We already looked at that for 3 years, and there's no qualifications.
I don't,
And now you're going to see the manipulation. The officer standing here is called keeping the peace officer. This is what happens when they come to properties. They're doing nothing wrong, but pay attention to the source itself that are trying to pry into people's lives for no reason. Watch this very carefully. See what she just said?
So, Ms. Aurora can help do all that. I know she gave you a list, but I know you'll move.
But there's no funding, ma'am. You see the key word? See, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. There's no funding. You know why? Because the state does not provide on a third-party level for funding, military or otherwise, and your limited insurance, especially with it be what? Obviously, he has what? TRICARE for life? We asked her. Nothing funded.
walking behind you.
So,
Okay, we'll start it.
What's that?
I was walking behind you.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Officers, you're not the threat. We know that. You're good people. By the way, this is officers. They support the law. Thank you, officers, for your duty. Obviously, your due diligence, keeping the community safe. There's a snake in the background, as you can see right there.
Oh, you can have both.
So,
You can actually have both. So you can have Medicare, and it's going to cover certain things, and anything.
Yeah.
ma'am, he doesn't want Medicare, and she already told her that as well. See, now we're going to repeat this. This poor lady came onto the scene trying to believe that she has everything. They actually refused my power of attorney. I want everybody to understand. We got a power of attorney. There's a power of attorney. Power of attorney, durable power of attorney being refused right here. Being refused. Everybody see that? Durable power of attorney. Here we go. Being refused to honor my wishes, where it says, my mother and father do not need to be spoken with, that you have to be to the proper authority, which shall be myself.
And do something with it. But,
And you feel safe.
I'm sorry?
You feel safe. And
Now she's asking my dad if he feels safe. Welcome to Aurora. Yep.
Hear me? Just a minute.
It's okay, keep going.
so,
Yeah. There's all the expenses are covered. Everybody's eating okay. And I just got to get some schedules going with some medical appointments. And that kind of thing.
and so are your doctors nearby?
Ma'am, that's none of your business.
Got around to Tony.
By the way, that's none of her business. She just overstepped one.
Kind of a rough day for me. But I've got to try to get things situated here, okay?
Now, my father's retired vet, people. I want you to pay attention. This is a man
With Barbara.
that provided the true blanket of freedom for the Air Force, for you and I to have support and freedom.
I had my, I was on a combat crew and a piece of the equipment blew up and blew me in.
Now he's going back to the past to explain to them.
Floor. It was a metal plate, covered with over wiring and, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, there's Miss Barbara.
So, anyway, that's starting to...
So, I want you to watch the manipulation, guys.
Wanted to say hello.
I want you to see exactly what happens when the lawsuit takes place. The lawsuit is not directed at the officers, and they're not directed at this lady that is talking to my father. It's mainly at this person right over here. Aurora Avalos, A-V-A-L-O-S, yes. You will have all her information very shortly because it's called the web, and anybody can grab it. And I will show you exactly where her business is located and all the information released soon. But I want you to pay attention right here.
In San Antonio.
This is the gist of everything what's going on.
There that is getting parts for it to get repaired.
Now understand, it's a Wednesday. Officer, what time do you have?
9:27.
9:27 in the beautiful morning that God has made over here in our subdivision. And I'm about to go up and down all these streets here when they leave. And let me tell you what, anybody knows me, I always send the message to the world. This has nothing to do with the officers. They're just here to keep the peace. See, there's one. Here's another one. They're good officers. This has to do with the hidden agendas behind what is actually going on. manipulating my father to get money out of him that he does not have, to try to tell him to force to pay for an assisted living or nursing home, which he cannot afford, and then therefore trying to make everyone believe that my mom and dad are in harm's way, so they do these so-called wellness checks to make you think and I that they're actually doing their job.
I'll be 85, and so what I'm concerned about, if I die off, and
I'm just going to stand right here. You're good.
Yeah,
No, you're good. You're good. You're
I
good.
don't want anybody taking my
This is not the first time I did a video.
being, you know,
And like I said, officer, we would never have done this. And if you can see right now, that's why you see out down the street there, you're going to see a car. They're actually with me. And they're watching everything because, not because of this, not because of you, because of that right there. You're fine. So I want you to see why the elderly no longer have a voice in the game. This is number one reason. State believes they have the right to impede upon personal property, which they do not. Articles and the Confederate obviously will tell you, and the constituents lined out in the Texas law, if you got to know your law, people, you got to know your rules, got to know your stipulations, it tells you that they do not have that right. When you're on personal property, basically you as the owner can override anything and everything that's done. Don't ever forget that. Especially someone that's on the deed, okay? Or.
So,
You get my name, I gotta go to another call. Disturbance.
Okay. And your name, sir?
Deputy Gomez.
Deputy Gomez,
GOMEZ, badge number 366.
366, and you represent what county, sir?
Cumberland County Sheriff's Office.
And you're with the, what department?
Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, Patrol Division.
Patrol Division. Okay, thank you, sir. You have a blessed day.
You be safe.
he is causing me a lot of problems.
Once again, you see the officer here.
Just move around like I used to.
You see my mom there, you see my dad, and you see the caseworkers here. But over yonder, you see the person that's afraid to be seen. That's Aurora Avalos. A-U-R-O-R-A, Avalos. A-V-A-L-O-S. Do not become a victim. Do not become a prisoner of war. This is how you stand your ground. Obviously, anybody knows me from business. This is how I do business. No one breaches it. By the way, once again, power of attorney. Everybody looking here? Refuse to honor the power of attorney. Look at this. Power of attorney. Mother and father refuse to honor power of attorney. That's another violation. This is why I burn people every day in the courtroom. This is why I make fun of embarrass people. And this is why I put people behind bars. Oh, by the way, I do investigation as well, if you were curious. How ironic is that? See, my mom is now wondering what is going on. See, she just told them to leave the premises because she knows what they're about. They're snakes. They're going to try to find a way to manipulate. But I want you to let you know, these two ladies refuse to honor my power of attorney. They refuse to listen, and now there's a violation. That's 2 violations right now, which will go back to the lawyer. Don't worry about that. Meanwhile, we got Aurora Avalos over here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the beautiful neighborhood of Red. This is why you never become a prisoner. Never become a prisoner. Never. Come out of your doors. Feast your eyes on what's going on here. The deceitfulness behind the reason why our justice system is not safe. Now we have Aurora Avalos approaching the property right now, trying to step on our flower beds.
Do you remember when I told you?
And now she's trying to manipulate my father. And now you will watch Aurora. Watch Aurora talk. Watch what she says.
Remember I told you you had to complete an application at a nursing home so they could figure out...
Now she's manipulating. Watch what she does here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this very carefully. You remember when I told you years ago that if you did not do this, you would be punished.
But he'll never follow through on the application.
You see, Aurora is now blaming my father, blaming a vet because he didn't follow through.
I told you a couple times...
Aurora is now trying to give excuses why she's having her job, which she will not have. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman will be sued for everything she has. Let me show you her vehicle. If she actually drove in it today, she has this nice hot rod vehicle. I think it's a Mustang. But I don't see it here. Now she's starting the argument. And now she's trying to say, do you remember? Do you remember? This is the snake. This is the devils. This is what they talk about in school. Watch carefully. Watch carefully.
I think your pants are backwards.
So here we go. And by the way, She will no longer be allowed on these premises out of today. I even issued a CTW, and the officers must comply because that is the law. By the way, welcome to the Texas ordinances. I hope to God these officers do comply because they have to do this. This is by law. Here's the officer standing right here, and watch this, okay? CTW is going on this woman called Aurora Avalos right now, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we have to stand up for our family is because if we don't, no one else will. My mom and dad are trying to be taken off the property without their will, trying to be arrested without their will, taken down to a nursing home or assisted living. Imagine if you were in this position. Hello, guys. Welcome. We have beautiful patrons here. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. This is all over the news right now. My mother and father, they're trying to take them to a nursing home and assisted living. This can happen to you. I am an investigator, Investigator Joram. Do not be a victim. This is it right here, ma'am. This is why we protect our rights. Don't forget this picture. Don't forget this right here, ma'am. Send the message to the world. Love your loved one. Do not let them be taken away to a nursing home and assisted living.
I went to see somebody on Nacogdoches Road when we were in San Antonio at a care facility over there. I'm just wondering why they didn't explain that to me.
See, now the lady just told my dad a lie, an outright lie. By the way, you're on tape. I already heard what you said to my father.
Medicaid or somebody.
They just now manipulated my father to make him believe that there was funding when there is no funding.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is the name of the funding that people want to know? What is the name of the place that's going to fund?